My name's Sam. I'm from Georgetown, Tasmania. Moved down to Hobart around 5 years ago to undertake a Bachelor of Pharmacy. So I graduated that in December 2016, and since then I've been looking to acquire an internship so I can become fully registered as a pharmacist. I chose to study pharmacy because I've always had a strong interest in science, in particularly health-based science. In grade 12 I did chemistry, biology and physics as I was trying to figure out which career path I was going to take, and decided that pharmacy sounded really interesting as it was the study of chemistry in context of biology. As well as that, I spent a lot of time in and out of hospitals as a young child, and while I didn't understand it at the time, later on in life I realised what great care they'd taken of me, and I really appreciated what it's like to be on that side of the healthcare system, and I'd love to have the opportunity to be on the other side and give back to the community. My experience since graduating in December last year has been certainly interesting. In third and fourth year there was a big emphasis from our lecturers about working early to secure an intern position, because before you complete your intern position over a year you're not a registered pharmacist, or until you complete it you won't be a registered pharmacist. Since I started looking for intern positions around this time last year, I'd estimate that I've applied for around 40 positions. That would be mostly around Tasmania, but also a couple on the mainland as well. I've interviewed for maybe 8 to 10 positions. So I have been fairly surprised about, well, at the moment you could tell me I wouldn't be surprised, but if you told me a year ago, I think I would have been surprised that I wouldn't have a job by now. I believe I performed fairly well with my subjects, especially the last subject, the final subject in exam I managed to get a distinction on, so I believe I'm at least above average in the class. Now it's 8 months on and everyone else is more than halfway through their intern year and I still haven't started. So it's been a little disheartening from that point of view, and yeah, it's definitely been difficult and yeah, harder than I thought it was going to be. Why do I think I haven't managed to find a job yet? I can't say this for every employer, but ignorance and just unawareness would be huge factors in why me and potentially other people with disabilities haven't been able to find work. Whenever I go into an interview and the person hasn't got a heads up that I am disabled, they're kind of a bit, not shocked, but taken aback, and from there they're on the back foot and don't really take the 30 seconds it would take to talk to me and get to know me and realise that it wouldn't be a big problem for me to be in their workplace. I would only need very minor, if any, adaptions, physical adaptions in a workplace to work effectively. I've completed all of my work placements in third and fourth year independently with no physical assistance, and passed them fine. So yeah, I think it's just about people taking the time to actually ask the questions and have an open mind about whether it can work and how it can work. And yeah, it's 90% of the time it's not an issue, but no one takes the time to ask. I think the idea of a specialist employment service for people with disabilities would be amazing. Having a specialised team who's more equipped to make calls to potential employers and discuss with students how their employment's going to work and what works for them and any changes they might need would be invaluable in finding employment, especially as a person with a disability. That kind of specialist help would be great. I've had some help, but I'm more or less winging it as I go, working mostly independently, trying to figure out what I can say to potential employers that will convince them to employ me. At the moment, I'm really looking forward to finding an intern position and completing my intern year, wherever that may be, and becoming a fully registered pharmacist at the end of that year. And after that, just seeing where my career takes me. There are so many options of career paths with pharmacy, community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, mental health, specialised areas such as alcohol and drug service, where I'm volunteering at the moment, have been really interesting. And just being able to explore those pathways and seeing what interests me I'm really looking forward to that. and being the best pharmacist I can be, being able to give back to the community in the way that I was taken care of when I was a kid.